Hey, what's happening? Nick Martinez, the Keto Dad here, and check out this dessert. Like, it's a swirl, it's chocolate, it's cream cheese, it's yummy. I think you're gonna wanna make this one. It looks delicious. Okay, at first glance, when I see rolls like this, I always get overwhelmed because I'm like, how can I do that? It can't be possible, it must take forever. But the reality is this recipe is actually pretty simple. You just have to do it, right? So we've got a cup of almond flour we're gonna put in here. We've got a 1/4 cup of psyllium husk, or psyllium husk, depending on how you want to pronounce that. We got a 1/4 cup of swerve, granulated swerve, and a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. We're gonna take all of that. We're just really gonna mix them together, and we're also gonna add in a teaspoon of baking powder. And there we go. Let's just stir those up. Just get it all mixed in. Doesn't really take anything too complex to mix these, just get them all together. All right, now we're gonna add in our wet ingredients. We've got a 1/4 cup of butter softened. I'm gonna put that in there. And then let me get the rest of that butter out. Oh yes, we can't miss out on any of the yummy butteriness of the recipe. We've got a 1/4 cup also of full fat sour cream. You know it's gonna be good if it's got sour cream in it. And now we're gonna crack in 3 eggs. Perfect, we got 3 eggs left here. 1, there we go. 2, and 1 more, 3. All right, we're gonna blend all of this together, and this is gonna create our chocolate roll base. It's really yummy. Oh yeah, look at that. I've had this once before. It must have been about a year ago. My mother made it in Colorado, and I remember having it and just thinking, man, this is actually really, really delicious. Okay, now the directions say to add 2 to 4 tablespoons of coconut milk. Now I've taken some of the fat off of this coconut milk, and we've just got the kind of the milk below it, but we're gonna start with 3 and see how that does. 2 and 3. I love this like full fat coconut milk you get in a can. It's so good looking. Oh yeah. This creams it up a little bit. Now the fun begins. We gotta get messy. We've got our chocolate batter here. We're gonna we're gonna spoon it onto our cookie sheet. We've got parchment paper lined on this cookie sheet because we're gonna have to get this to come off where we actually make the roll. But I'm gonna get it all out here. It says, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. I think I can probably do it with the spatula without getting my hands dirty, although it's kind of fun to get your hands dirty every now and then. So let's see. Oh my goodness. I love doing all this baking, especially around the holiday time. It's so fun. The oven's nice and warm, gets the house all cozy. And who doesn't love fun keto desserts? Okay, we got it all spread out. I think it's pretty even. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I tried to make a nice rectangle of it. Now we're gonna stick it in the oven. We got 350 on the temperature and 12 to 15 minutes. So we're gonna start with 12. And we'll check it from there. Let's see. You know what's fun about being an adult? You can eat the batter without getting yelled at by your mom because there's eggs in it, right? I know somebody's gonna comment, you shouldn't do that, you might die, but you know what? You gotta live a little bit every now and then, right? Okay, check it out. Just came out of the oven. We're gonna let it sit for a little bit, cool down. And while that's happening, we're gonna start mixing up our yummy kind of inside gooey frosting. So we've got 8 ounces of cream cheese softened. We'll start with that in here. We've got a stick of butter softened also. Mix that in there. Oh my goodness, I can already tell this is gonna be fantastic, because if you mix butter, cream cheese, and look at this, a 1/4 cup of sour cream, mix that in there too. I mean, like, you just can't go wrong with this. And I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of liquid stevia. And I've got 1/4 cup of powdered swerve. Let me get some of the sour cream off of this spoon. Then we're gonna take our handy dandy. Oh, not vanilla yet. We need some vanilla. We need about a teaspoon of vanilla, and that looks about right. And let me get my beaters all set up here. Woo! And here we go. All right, looking good. Okay, now for the fun part. We've got our buttery, yummy center, and we're just gonna start plopping this stuff down and spreading it out on our chocolate roll. Look at this. I mean, holy moly. Okay, the moment of truth. Like, can we roll this without breaking it? And you might have a little bit of crackage, if that's a term, but look at that. It's working out. Oh my goodness. All right. Woo! Now that's what I'm talking about.
This is the Keto Dad creation for sure.
Here's a log roll, and here, if we just kind of set it there, like now we just need someplace to put it and go put it in the fridge. I mean, does that not look beautiful? Here's it's gonna be beautiful when we cut it. I can guarantee you that. Here, let me get a little bit of this and stick it right up in there. Oh yeah. I mean, throw some whipped cream on top of this. It's gonna be delicious. Look at this stuff, like the inside of this. Oh my goodness. So there you have it. I mean, it's not as ugly as you might think, but when you cut it, I swear it's gonna look cool. Trust me here. Let me wash my hands.
That is a thing of beauty.
All right, let's. I think we're gonna stick it on a plate, stick it in the fridge for a little bit, and then tonight we will try it. Okay, now to transfer our log from the parchment paper.
Okay.
This might not be the best option.
Two hands.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold that down. Ready? Ah, there we go. Perfect. Now we're gonna transfer this wonderful creation of dessert into the refrigerator and let it harden up a little bit. I think it's gonna be delicious. All right, it's later on tonight, as you can tell by the lighting and my log. We're calling it the log. It looks like one of those like fire starter logs, but I'm really maintaining that this is gonna be an awesome dessert. I mean, check that action out. Does that not look delicious? I mean, we'll put that right there. Let me get myself a fork, and it's time to taste test. Okay, now for the moment of truth. Now, when I ate this last time, I did whipped cream on top of it, and it was pretty good with some whipped cream on top of it. I think it's gonna be good without the whipped cream, but let's see. I love it. Wow, yeah, a little whipped cream on top would be just perfect. I think the only thing I could have done differently or better is make the chocolate part a little bit flatter. So like make it a little bit longer, and then that way you get more rolls in there rather than just a couple. You get like 3 or 4. However, it's all the same ingredients. It'd just be a better look or a different look. I think it looks pretty fantastic, tastes pretty fantastic. This is a dessert you could serve like a dinner party or after Christmas. And I think people are gonna be saying, what is this? How do I get more? It's amazing. And guess what? It's keto friendly. So what more can you ask for? Simple, fun, keto. That's what we're after. Have an awesome day.